Good morning, everybody. I have to share something with you guys that was just really weighing on me this morning. And it's like one of those pop flies that I get in left field. You've heard me say this before, and I love being able to get underneath that ball and just receive what God is giving me. Because sometimes when the enemy tries to hit one and he thinks he's getting a home run, and as long as you run to that field line and you're like, oh, I got this, God, thank you, I got this. This morning's message is one of those, and I have to share this with you guys because it is so God working through me, for me, but also for you. And I have to share this because honestly, that's what this discipleship and evangelism is all about, is making sure that you guys out there in the world can understand what it truly means to be under the grace and under the authority of God, to truly know what it's like to walk with God every day and walk in his obedience, because unfortunately it's not always fun. Sometimes you get wounds, and sometimes you get beat up, sometimes you get scars, and that's what I want to talk about today. This morning I had to clean some boo-boos on my daughter, and that wasn't always fun. I don't like doing it, and I can't imagine most parents do, but unfortunately, it happens. Kids fall down, kids go boom, and well, here we are. So this morning, as I'm cleaning the cuts on my daughter's knees, I remind her that it's not going to hurt. You see, kids, they're very driven. We're very animalistic in our brains. We have what's called a fight or flight mode. And it's really just that. It's either stand up and fight or run away and go. And it has to start there. It's our carnal mind that gets in the way every time. And this is what God was putting on me when I was cleaning the boo-boos on my daughter. And I have to share this because it's for somebody, including me. That I had my daughter on the counter and I'm cleaning it. And as I'm putting the hydrogen peroxide down, it does sting. But I put it on a cloth. You hear me? I'm putting it on a cloth instead of pouring it over. Because you see, sometimes when we pour something to clean something, it's almost drowning and it doesn't work for that person. But if we put it on a nice clean cloth and we're able to pat it down and get it cleaned out that way, you see, it doesn't sting for that person, but now that person is now more receptive of getting the wounds healed. And I use this white cloth and I use hydrogen peroxide. And when I did this, I used the analogy and I used the scripture that Daddy is going to make your wounds as white as snow. And she chuckled because when I do it, as most know, hydrogen peroxide does this little bubbly reaction that makes everything look all white and cool looking for some people. Some it might be gross, but my household, that's pretty cool. So we clean it, we get everything cleaned up, and she's like, Daddy, there's going to be a big scar there and I don't know what to do. And she's walking around like she's paralyzed. Like, honestly, the girl is walking around like she broke her leg. And I'm like, kid, you can't do that. Like, you can't let your wounds get you. So after I get her all cleaned up, I get the new Band-Aid on, I see her roaming around the house, and I see her acting in such a way that is like, what's going on? So I sit her down again, and I go, kid, I have to tell you something. Your wounds are healed. You see, you can walk. Kid, Ella, you can do this. I know it hurts. And I'm sharing this with all of you because I know some of you are going through these same wounds as I am myself. So when I was talking to my daughter, it was just one of those moments. When I told her this, and I'm sharing this with all of you because I know I saw the light bulb go off in her, in me, and I know it's going to go off in every single one of you when I say this. After seeing her walking around like she had broken her leg for a few scrapes on her leg, I had assured her that her leg was going to be okay. We did not have to amputate it. And then I told her this, and I tell each and every one of you this, and this is what I want to leave you with. No matter the wound that you get on your body, God had already knew you were going to do that, and he already knew it was going to be cleaned up, and he already knew that you were going to stand taller and stronger from that moment forward. You see, sometimes we think our wounds are there to crush us and put us down and make us lesser of a person. But you see, sometimes those marks look like big marks on us, but really they're just little marks in God's eyes. And those little marks add up to make a big mark. And that is exactly what I wanted my daughter to do. I keep telling her all the time, you are going to leave a big mark on this world, and it's not going to be on your skin. So don't let the big marks show up on you. Make you be the mark for God and God alone. You see, when we go through these struggles, each and every one of us have them. Some of us it's depression, some of us it's finances, some of us it's our relationship struggles. Some of us the wound is even in our own family, in our own bloodline. That's still bleeding out. And it's generational curses that need to be healed. You see, sometimes the wound is not just a scrape or a scratch that you get from falling off a sidewalk. Sometimes it's just being caught up in a turmoil of life. But understand, God has it under control. Man, is that a powerful thing to know? That no matter how many scars or scrapes I get on my body, I'm going to be okay. And you will too. I share this message because I know it's going to help somebody today. I pray and hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful day today. God bless.